What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a wonderful day. And we are going to talk about acquiring Crohnam. Now, a lot of things have changed in the past couple of weeks. Plarium's made some changes in how you can create your alt accounts to be able to acquire Crohnam. So we're going to break everything down. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways to actually get the accounts to 50. That said, before we get into it, guys, I just want to say thank you very much for helping the channel get to 2,000 subscribers. You guys are great. I have a goal of trying to hit 8,000 subscribers by year's end, which gives me about 6 months. If you want to help me achieve that goal, give the videos a thumbs up. If you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel and just leave a comment down below. It really helps the channel out. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. That said, now I've given you my little spiel. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into what you came here to find out. So we're going to need a few things to get us started. The first is going to be 6 email addresses. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts. Now, if you want to try to get this optimized the best way possible so you don't have to put as much time into it, you are going to need them. You're not going to need all 6 emails at the same time, but you will need them. I do suggest making one a Gmail account, and you'll see why down the line. Next thing we're going to need is a VPN. Now, it used to be that you could just use BlueStacks and you would be able to just simply create a new instance, but Plarium has caught on and too many people were making brand new accounts. So now they said, well, you know what? Let's make it so that we track it by their IP address. So now that that is done by the IP address, you need a VPN. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need BlueStacks or LRD player, I believe it's called. You can use any sort of emulator. You will need it for a short amount of time, right? And then the only other thing that you're going to want after this is RSL Helper, which if you're a PC player, you've probably been using it for a while now, so you're quite familiar with it and you know what you're doing. So let's take the first step and I'm going to show you guys what we have to do. All right, now you can see here I've got BlueStacks opened up, I've got my VPN opened up, and I have my Plarium Play opened up. So I'm going to go ahead first thing and start with a new VPN. We'll go with this one. We're connected. Next, we're going to go into BlueStacks, and we are going to create a new instance, right? Fresh instance. You want 64-bit. Start it. You don't really care about these. You're not going to use it that much, so you can adjust them as you want, but I would just suggest picking something low memory to just help your computer process it along faster. All right, so we're going to go ahead and create. Then we are going to start the BlueStacks. Now, while this is starting, right, we are going to take into Plarium Play, or we're going to go into the game client, and we're going to copy our referral link, right? While this is downloading, there we go. Now we're going to go in and we're going to go to our Google Chrome. We are going to go into the top bar here, Control V, and you're going to delete everything besides the referral link. Enter. Sign into your Google account. Now, for this one, you can actually use the same Google account to sign in for all the accounts. It's the email addresses that you're going to link to the RAID accounts that need to be fresh and new, right? So sign in. So I've gone ahead and logged into my Gmail account that I'm going to be using for this. Now we click on install. This is going to take a minute. Now, some of you might be asking, can I do multiple instances at a time? No, you cannot. Plarium will track it, and if your referral ID gets used within the same time frame, I believe it's within the first minute, right? It will only use one. So don't actually do that. It might not be the first minute, it might be the first few seconds. If it goes in within each other, it's not going to work. So next we're going to start new game. Now while this is loading, I'm going to go ahead and skip through all the boring part, do the tutorial, and come back after the tutorial has been completed. All right, so the tutorial is now completed. Now you are going to know if you did this right, where if you see right up here where it says referral program, it says claim reward, right? So you click it, RTAC comes up. This is another reason why it's actually the best time to do the referral accounts, because you get RTAC. But if you go in and click on it, it's going to say SP Blazing YouTube, you have won some rewards for joining your friend in RAID, claim reward, and then up here it says trust that friend that invited you. I do not suggest taking this just yet, as if you hold onto it, you will get a better benefit down the line, as opposed to if you take it now, you're only going to get 21 energy. If you save it till it's 100 or 120, then you get better return on investment. So we are not going to do that right away. We are just going to save that. Now, once you complete this with all 3 accounts, we now have a new step. All right, so now we have completed all 3 of our referral accounts, right? Because we can only do 3 at a time. We can't do all 6. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go into our profile account, and you have to do this every single one of them. This is where we needed those email addresses. You go to connect to Plarium Play, right? Then it will bring you up to pick a username, then a password, and then you use one of those email addresses. Once you do that, you connect it to the account, and then you're all set. After that, BlueStacks isn't really necessary for us. Now we move on to the next step. All right, so the next part is you need to add those accounts that you created over from BlueStacks onto Plarium Play. So you can see here we added 1, 2, and 3. So we have all 3 of our accounts in. Now what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to start playing one of the accounts, right? So it's going to come up. Now you could probably do this window mode to help out, so you don't run as many screens. Now, if you don't have access to RSL Helper, there is multiple ways you can do it. If you actually don't have access to RSL Helper, I suggest staying on BlueStacks. But if you do have access to RSL Helper, I suggest you move over to Plarium Play. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring up RSL Helper, right? So let's go ahead and open up RSL Helper. Now, you're going to have to do a quick run, which means just go into campaign, start a run, let RSL Helper sync, and then you're good to go. Once this is run, now the beautiful part about doing it back on Plarium Play is that you have RSL Helper, and it's going to just make your food farming easier, right? The reason why you want to do this now over down the line is because we have so many promo codes that are going to be around for the Chase of the Arbiter, right? So if you go into here now, you can collect all of these. You can collect the gear, which we're going to go ahead and do, right? Because we're going to start off with like 5 and 6 star pieces, which is going to be better off than what we get. So we'll go ahead and collect those. That has no gear. I wouldn't collect any of the energy or stuff yet. I'd let it be until you absolutely need it. Whoops. Let's go ahead and close that. Sorry about that, guys. And we have not gotten the Jizzle views yet. Okay. So now that we have that done, right, you can go in and put the promo codes in afterwards. That's up to you. Now we need to bring up the other instances, right? So what do? You hit this little plus icon on RSL Helper, and it says, do you want to kill the Plarium Play process and start a new instance? You click on yes. What this will do is it will basically kill Plarium Play and open up again from the beginning, and then all you have to do is basically log into the other account, right? Go down here, play, and now you are opening another instance of Raid Shadow Legends. Now, the beautiful part about this is going to be that you can sit here and you can actually use RSL Helper on both of these accounts at the same time, right? So we can flop between which account we want what. So we're going to go ahead and name this one real quick. We'll change the username. We'll put Nick referral Nick ref account 4, since this is for our friend Nick, right? We'll close that up. And then this one, we'll name it Nick ref 5. Okay. All right. So now we know next time we start up RSL Helper, it's actually going to have each one separate. So now what you basically want to do is you can go in RSL Helper and just use it as normal, right? You can use it to just level food. You can use it to just do the next level. And that's really much about it. It'll take the food out and everything. So the best stage to farm is Nightmare 12-6, right? Not Nightmare, sorry, Brutal 12-6. But if you can't get to that stage, you know, the highest stage that you can farm is probably best that you do. Now, the promo code that you're going to probably want to use is the Deacon, which I believe is superpowers. I'm not too sure. I will put it in the comment down below. But that said, guys, hope this video helped. If it did, please let me know. by giving me a thumbs up, leaving a comment on the video, or again, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you need any help setting this up, feel free. My information for Discord will be in the description below, and you guys can always reach out to me there, and I'm more than happy to help you. As always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.